One Zambia, one nation. Hello and welcome to Zanis News. I am your presenter, Henry Himonde. A look at the top stories in our news. President Hakainde Hichilema attends SADC Troika Summit. Government considers upgrading Lukuru Road. $1.3 million kwacha set aside for Chongo Bridge renovation works. And Kawambwa STEM School in infrastructure boost. The news in detail. The SADC Troika Summit has opened in the Namibian capital, Windhoek. President Hakainde Hichilema is among 4 heads of state attending the summit, called to address the political and security situation in the region. Chimangeni Banda filed in this report.
The SADC Troika Summit has opened in the Namibian capital of Windhoek. President Hakainde Hichilema is among 4 heads of state attending the summit. SADC Troika Committee Chairperson Dr. Hage Geingob has challenged the region to act decisively against emerging threats to the region's peace and security.
It is incumbent upon us, the leaders of SADC, and in particular of the organ on politics, defense, and security cooperation, to take decisive action in addressing issues of insecurity in the region. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to express my sincere gratitude to my fellow heads of state and government for the cooperation, support, and encouragement I have received since becoming chairperson of the organ. I will continue to count on your support as we collectively address the emerging challenges that our region faces, so that the region continues to be a beacon of stability, peace, and prosperity.
And SADC Executive Secretary assured the summit that the regional body remains committed to promoting peace and enhancing economic development in the region.
SADC remains committed to addressing the political and security situation in the region. We recognize that without peace and security in the region, it will be very difficult to focus on the implementation of our regional strategies and priorities, as well as attain the SADC Vision 2050. All the wonderful aspirations stated in the 2 documents will remain a pie in the sky should we fail to truly secure this region.
Chimangeni Banda, Zanis, Windhoek, Namibia.
Chimangeni Banda with that report there. Now, provincial road engineer in Northwestern Province, Augustine Mwinga, has assured Mwinilunga residents and other road users that the Lunga Bridge is in good state, contrary to speculation from members of the public that the facility has weakened. Mr. Mwinga inspected the bridge after he was summoned by the Provincial Permanent Secretary Grandson Katambi to assess its condition. Chaibu Nkoma has the rest of the story.
This is Lunga Bridge in Mwenilunga district of Northwestern Province. The surface of the bridge has become a talk of the day among the locals, prompting Provincial Permanent Secretary Colonel Grandson Katambi to conduct a snap check to see for himself and chant the way forward.
The bridge is okay. The pillars are intact. So it's just the on the collars. It's just on the road. Yeah. So I'm going back to correct.
Colonel Grandson Katambi later summoned provincial road engineer to come and give expert advice.
What we have seen is that actually the bridge is intact. So the damage that is there is just on the road. It's the abutments are all right, and our men, we already have money for pothole patching on this road, and our men are going to move in and patch up the eroded section so that we avoid any further damage to the bridge.
But why has it taken the PS for you to respond?
No, the whole road is generally bad. The whole road is generally bad. So it's not only this section. That's why we are embarking on a pothole patching exercise. But we will prioritize this so that it is sorted out from the very beginning.
For Zanis News, I'm Chebunkoma in Mwinilunga District, Northwestern Province.
Meanwhile, Western Province Minister Kapelwa Mbangweta says government will soon commence the upgrading of Lukulu Road to bituminous standard. Mr. Mbangweta says the road will be worked on in 3 phases. Mulimas Tumbeko brings us the details.
It takes the residents of Lukulu district 3 days to travel from Mongu and Lusaka by road to reach that district. This is the turmoil they suffer each journey ventured. However, government, in the quest to make transport communication easier for them, has released 10 million kwacha to make spot check maintenance works on the road before major works are done, says Western Province Minister.
The concerns are justified, and the government is doing something about this road. There are 2 plans. In the short to medium term, the government has put money aside to do spot repairs from Katunda turnoff up to Watopa.
Some of the residents talked to in Lukulu say the construction works of the road is long overdue and action should be seen.
Problem emeri pa transport kuno yavuta so aba bamene yamba mvula kuti bafike kuno kulukulu ani problem maningi nawo bene wake mamotoka bakwezeka ma transport kwa za road so sama chipempako government tiganisire komonga nkhani ya road
nduna abantu wana ni mashopu ya kwa maoda chwana 3 days mwanzila alukupa mkwako mulukiseza ona shangwe.
Meanwhile, the provincial minister explained that the upgrade of Lukulu Road will be done in 3 phases.
In the long term, what the idea is to have a bituminous standard. And so a design has been made, or in the process of being made, be done in 3 lots.
Good transport communication is a conduit to development and economical growth of an area and country at large. Mulimas Tumbeko reporting for Zanis in Lukulu district of Western Province.
An estimated 1.3 million kwacha has been set aside for the renovation of the flooded and dilapidated Chongo Bridge in Chongo Ward in Manyinga district in Northwestern Province. Recently, government, through the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, released over 1.3 million kwacha to Manyinga Town Council to renovate some dilapidated bridges and other needy crossing points in the district. The funding to the local authority in Manyinga was provided for under the Rural Development Acceleration Program. Chongo Bridge is currently impassable as it is highly flooded and dilapidated. District Town Council Director of Works, Roj Hinji, confirmed the development to Zanis, stating that Chongo Bridge is among other critical crossing points that the local authority and central government are focusing on for innovation in order to accelerate development in rural communities. In Southern Province, about 12,500 people in Choma have benefited from the increased access to clean and safe water supply. This follows the drilling of 20 boreholes and rehabilitation of 30 others under the Scaling Up Nutrition Program, SAN 2. We have more in this report by Ronia Sakala.
Last year, 20 boreholes were drilled and 30 rehabilitated by the local authority in Choma under the Scaling Up Nutrition Program, SAN 2. This has increased access to clean and safe water for about 12,500 people in the district. In Kalundu Ward, Margaret Hagutu is a senior citizen who is grateful as the new borehole here has reduced the distance covered to access water. Where we used to fetch water was too far. We used to use ox carts. We are so grateful for this borehole. For 22-year-old Chileleko Simukale, the borehole has provided a source of income as he is able to do gardening.
Before, we were not able to do gardening here. But now, the drilling of the bore has made it possible for me to grow vegetables here for sale as well as for home consumption.
This is expected to contribute towards the achievement of access to clean water for all by 2030, as enshrined in Sustainable Development Goal number 6.
This is a big step towards the goal that we have for 2030. With this allocation that we're given through this project, Scaling Up Nutrition, I think we've been able to score, because just from the 20 boreholes that were given to us, in terms of access, we're talking of about 5,000 people having access. That is a new number of people having access to safe and clean water. Then we're also talking of 7,500 of those that did not have access due to the breakdown of their boreholes. And then also with these other fundings, supporting fundings that we're likely to have through CDF, we'll be also rehabilitating and drilling some boreholes. I'm sure by 2030 we should be able to reach our target of having 100% of people having access to safe and clean water.
Runia Sakala, Zanis, in Choma, Southern Province.
Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development Permanent Secretary for Administration Mambo Hamaundu has called on traders who have erected makeshift stands near the construction site of the new Kapalala market to bring them down before the official opening of the new structures next month. Mr. Hamaundu, who toured the construction site in Ndola district, says the makeshift stores will be blocking people from entering the market once traders move into the market. Details in the following report.
Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Permanent Secretary Administration Mambo Hamaundu has visited Kapalala, the modern market that has been under construction since 2019 in Kabushi constituency of Ndola district. Mr. Hamaundu, in the company of Ndola Mayor Jones Kaliati, Town Clerk Sheila Songolo, and other senior officials from his ministry, has expressed happiness that the market will be opened to the marketeers soon.
We need to ensure that the marketeers move into here because we want them to operate from a controlled environment so that we know who's operating, what their names are, where they reside. Remember, we are faced with cholera. So we need to know where the people are coming from. It will be easier to administer in that instance. But beyond that, it is also necessary that people operate from designated trading places. So I'm happy with the pace of the work that I've seen here, and I remain positive that the council, working together with the Zambia Army and the other contractor, will finish the work as per our intention, which is mid-February.
And the Permanent Secretary has called on traders who have erected makeshift stands along the pathway to bring them down before the market is opened.
To inform the people who have erected structures, particularly on the pathway, to say you just have 1 week, so you need to begin to break up your shop so that we do not disturb the flow of work.
Traders have been encouraged to trade in designated areas.
Trade from the market, and even my appeal would go further to the people of Ndola, particularly this area, to say
even as we come to locate our people in here, we are asking for cooperation from them all. We need to help ourselves, they should help us so that we help them even better to make sure that everyone is accommodated.
Over 1,000 traders are expected to occupy the new Kapalala market. Nelly Bota reporting for Zanis in Ndola.
In Mchinga province, some beneficiaries of the social cash transfer scheme in Lavushmanda district have applauded government for fulfilling its promise of paying them all the money, which has helped them improve their living standards. One of the beneficiaries, Miriam Kunda of Mununga area, told the Zambia News and Information Services in an interview that being on the program has enabled her access basic needs and services. Pamela Inambao has the details.
It has brought a lot of development to my household, and I've managed to construct a house, which I never expected.
She shares a successful story after being on social cash transfer program for 3 years now. Miriam Kunda, a mother of 5 in Lavushmanda district in Muchinga province, says life has never been the same as she has managed to achieve her goals through social cash transfer.
We started doing village banking with 4 of my other friends, and I was the first one to be given. I used this money to buy iron sheets for the house I'm constructing, and the rest of it I invested into business. Once we get the next payment, we plan to complete our houses.
And Provincial Social Welfare Officer Jacob Miti, who was in the district to sensitize social cash transfer beneficiaries on the new payment system called Zambia Integrated Social Protection Information System, ZISPIS, is impressed with the initiative by some social cash transfer beneficiaries.
As we're speaking now, she's be able to live in a loft house, improved house. So this is really commendable, and I hope other beneficiaries can emulate what she has done. To other people, social cash transfer seems to be small, but to others who are putting it to good use, this money can go a long way.
Earlier, the team held a sensitization meeting at Mununga School to explain on the newly introduced electronic payment system, ZISPIS.
Going forward, the payment system has changed. You will now be receiving your money in the phone or through the bank.
Pamela Inamba reporting for Zanis in Lavushmanda district, Muchinga province.
The Zambia Police Service says the action by some police officers to decline a bribe of 22,000 kwacha by some suspects involved in human trafficking is evident that President Hakainde Hichilema's crusade against corruption is paying dividends. Zambia Police Service Lusaka Province Deputy Commissioner Nawamuvita says the police command is proud of the action by the police officers who refused to the bribe and arrested the suspects. Mr. Muvita said this when he called on acting Chirundu District Commissioner Musonda Lukuntwe at his office. The Deputy Commissioner and his entourage are on a tour of duty in Chirundu, Kafuez, Chiawa and Siavonga districts. And acting Chirundu District Commissioner Musonda Lukuntwe says the population has increased, hence the need to send more police officers to combat crime.
I'm also proud to mention that our officers just the other day, they refused the bribe of 22,000 kwacha, by some of these people who are facilitating illegal immigrants, which is the right step in the right direction because, government is preaching about zero tolerance to corruption. And of course, our officers have demonstrated that, where they refused this amount of 22,000 kwacha and went ahead to arrest these perpetrators. So we need to speak out on these issues.
That's right.
Yeah.
To find that the population for Chirundu has grown.
Okay.
So we are now over 79,000, close to 80,000 people. And the biggest percentage of that is in Chirundu Central and Chirundu West. That's where we have the highest population out of the 79,000. With regards to staff accommodation for police officers, I think we would request that when you come in, you help us, especially on the part of the retired officers who are still occupying the government houses. Yeah, so that we can pave way for our officers that are within. Yes, and according to the establishment.
Government has called for strong partnership with the private sector in the provision of easy access to financial services by micro, small, medium enterprises in the country. Minister of Small and Medium Enterprise Development, Elias Muwanga, says government requires over 10.3 million against the available 400 million kwacha to effectively address all the financial needs and challenges of the SMEs. Mr. Mwanga explained that the SME sector accounts for over 97% of all the businesses in different sectors of the economy. He says there is need for government and the private sector to enhance collaboration in ensuring that access to funding by financial institution is made easy and simple for all SMEs to access. Mr. Mwanga was speaking in Lusaka today during the launch of the SME loan solution.
A critical play in the private sector, such as Zambia National Commercial Bank is partnering with government, to bring about this SME loan solution we're witnessing today. This initiative not only timely, but a great opportunity for our SMEs to access highly needed finance. As government, we have no doubt that it will help boost the businesses and create opportunities for SMEs to create jobs. Zanako, well done. And by doing this, we are adding value. And our GDP will go high.
So that we demonstrate our commitment, we'll set aside 50 million kwacha for this particular facility. And as the SMEs pay back, we'll look at increasing that amount.
We will be offering a special reduced interest rate of 18% for small businesses on short-term facilities. This is in comparison to average market rates of around 26% in the banking sector. And if you look in the broader financial sector, looks at where interest rates can be as high as 100%. You won't see that because it's charged on a monthly basis. So 18% on a monthly basis is 1.5% per month. This covers facility, short-term facility, including invoice discounting, order finance, and short-term loans of up to 18 months. And customers can borrow up to 1 million.
Go away, let's take another look at the top stories in our news. President Hakainde Hichilema attends SADC Troika Summit. Government is set to upgrade Lukulu Road. 1.3 million kwacha set aside for Chongo Bridge rehabilitation works. Thank you so much for watching the news on behalf of the entire news production crew. My name is Henry Himonde. Remember to join us again tomorrow at the same time for another edition.